Okay, let's get this adjusted a little bit. All right. Howdy, folks. Welcome back. So here we are, July 15th of 2021. And here's the CME that came off the bottom side of the sun here. And a bunch of people have already covered this and stuff, but I was looking at this object and how three-dimensional it looks with these magnetic field lines being distributed across the surface of this spheroid-shaped object. You can see that these start and they curve and they curve and go all the way back around this way. They're painting a three-dimensional object right here. This curve also is too. It's coming from the top of what would be like the ball, if there were a ball in here, and it's going down around the front side face of it right here as these all go wrapping around laterally. And hopefully my camera's picking this up a little bit. And we're just kind of going to roll through this back and forth a little bit because I want you to see how when it first emerges here, it's nice and round, perfectly round. It holds its shape as it comes out. You can see the magnetic field lines wrapping around it. And this plasma is intense. It's still on fire. It's still excited all the way through, even as it goes out of frame here. It's still lit up and all excited and on fire. So that was a huge CME. It removed a lot of material from the sun. And this material is all still hot right here and glowing still. And look how far away it is from the surface of the sun. And it's still glowing that hot. That tells me that this was a really strong CME. This is an object that's ripping material off the sun is what it's doing. This object's so dense that it doesn't reflect light, so you can't see the surface of it. But when it goes past the sun, it rips plasma off the sun, and as that plasma drapes over this invisible spheroid object, it paints the contour of it and the surface of it. And here's one of the best examples I've seen of how three-dimensional it can look. Yeah. And that's the plasma draping over the surface of this object right here, up there, going across like this. All right, so let's back out of this a little bit here. Let's go over to seeds real quick. And seeds doesn't have all the data downloaded yet, but this is the first frame of this event that they have. And I want you to look carefully here. Let's go over on this black and white one here. I want you to notice how as this stuff wraps around, then it trails off and has these little pointy type wings or horns or something coming off the back. Little pointed wings coming off the side. Even over on this side here, there's a little spire going up right there. Almost looking like Nibiru with wings or something on it, or debris tails, or plasma wings. Possibly that's what this would be called. As this material drapes off and trails back behind it here. What's odd also on this instrument is this reading right here. This also indicates the leading edge of the CME. Well, if the leading edge is up here, why is all this down here? It's because this is a three-dimensional object and the front face of it is curving right about here. And that's the part that's the front of it. This is all down below, pointing back away from it like a ball. Pretend there's a ball right there. But I saw these little wings coming off back here. And let's see if maybe, does it capture it a little bit on this one? Yeah, a little bit here. You can see these tails swooping back this way. These little wings arching back that way. Yeah, so this one really kind of paints it as three-dimensional. I mean, you can see all these field lines and everything crisscrossing or wrapping around as as a spheroid-shaped object there. let's go back to this one again here. Blow it up again. There we go. Let's see if I can get my camera to get a good pic of this. Oops. Let's go. Guess we're going to have to go up. Just kind of go back and forth a little bit so you can see the spheroid object draped in plasma here. Right there's a good shot of it. You can see the curvature going down around the bottom here. I mean, it's perfectly round. And if we scooch this up a little bit here, you can see that this round object is almost the same size as this white circle, which represents the size of our sun, if not even a little bit bigger. But this white circle represents the size of our sun, and you can see the size of our object here. So this is an object that's possibly the size of our sun, if not a little bit bigger. Anyways, I saw that had happened this morning, and I saw a couple of reports and stuff on it, and while watching some other people's reports, I noticed this three-dimensional look to it, and I had to bring that to you guys and tell you that there's some kind of spheroid object in there, and this is plasma is bending and going around it and draping over it, painting the three-dimensional aspect of this sphere, whatever it is, stellar core, brown dwarf, or whatever, or binary twin, whatever it is that's going around our sun here. Here we've captured this plasma draping around it and painting it. So just wanted to bring that to you and show you guys that there's a lot of activity going on in the sun and a lot of strange activity. And when I see something this defined and that it looks just like a spheroid, it tells me that there's some kind of object in there. And how it holds this perfect round shape all the way through this. Doesn't change or anything. You can see the material has draped over the top, and then it's now starting to curl and point backwards as these wings point backwards here, and on this side going around this way. Maybe you guys can see it on this one right here. This little streak right here wraps around and goes out, and it connects with this upper streak right here. They come together in a little point back here, like a pointed horn or a little wing tip right up here. So these things come out and drape around the thing and then paint the edge of it and then point back towards the sun. Shift this down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, this angle you can't really see much because of the glare. Let's go up like that. Now you guys can see a little bit better. Let's back it out a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, the way I have to do this with a phone recording off a computer, I'm limited as my tech goes, so we have to do it this way. But it appears that you can kind of see it better in this at this angle here, so we'll run it back and forth just a couple more times for you guys. All right, well, that's it for now. I just wanted to bring this to you guys and let you see what I'm seeing here. Appears to be some kind of three-dimensional spheroid object being draped with the plasma from the sun. And this object is ripping the plasma off the sun, and this time it took a big chunk with it, and now you can see it's still glowing. Rarely does it even stay this, this energized or whatever this far out. It's usually dissipated, and you can see this still burning as it goes off the screen. Yeah, So that was a big one. Big old round spheroid object, it looks like, is in that one right there. All right, well, that's it for now. I love you all, and until my next video, bye.